You are listening to the audio production of The Boss on Redemption Road, Book 4 of the Hometown Hunters series by Lane Walker, published by Audiobooks. This book was originally published by Balkan Books and is read by Pete Cross. To all kids and teens, unplug the electronics and plug into the great outdoors. Get out into the woods. A big world full of adventure is just waiting for you. You won't regret it. You were meant for so much more. Special thanks to Owen S. Your strength is inspirational and your smile is contagious. I'm very blessed to know such an incredible young man. Chapter 1. Prologue. Enemy aliens have me surrounded. I was backed in the corner of a dark room with no escape. They slowly crept closer and closer to me. I had to think fast because if I didn't, my life was going to end. Suddenly, a loud noise erupted and caught my attention. I thought it was part of the massive alien attack, but it wasn't. It was a knock on my bedroom door. I paused my video game and went over to the door. I didn't like to be interrupted when I was playing video games, especially when I was playing a new one. Earth vs. Aliens 4. "Who is it?" I yelled. "It's Dad. We need to talk," he quickly replied. That's strange. My parents don't usually bother me unless there's something important. Am I in trouble? Did my school call? Why is Dad knocking on my bedroom door? Either way, I knew this visit wasn't going to be a good one. I could tell that Dad's tone was different. I slowly unlocked the door, and to my surprise, both of my parents were standing there. "Have a seat, son. We have something we need to tell you," Dad said with a low sigh. Why do they have to bug me when I'm playing video games? I'm a video game junkie. I'd play morning, noon, and night if my parents would let me. I was just about to enter World 3 in my new video game. I had pre-ordered the game and had spent the entire weekend trying to reach the 3rd level. I was finally there, and now I had to pause it. I went over to the video game console to shut off the game until I realized that Dad had already shut off the television. I turned to see what his problem was, but once I caught a glimpse of the look on his face, I stopped dead in my tracks. Both Dad and Mom were now sitting on my bed. "Hunter, come have a seat by us," my mom said sweetly. I sat down. Now I was really starting to worry. "Son, we have some bad news," my dad said. Talking was difficult for Dad. He wasn't crying, but he was as close to it as I had ever seen him. "Okay, what's up?" I asked quickly. My bed suddenly felt cold. A small chill crawled up my back and lodged in my throat. "We found out today that the shop is closing. In 2 weeks I won't have a job," Dad stated. I could tell it was hard for him to tell his only son that he didn't have a job. "Okay, well, thanks for letting me know," I replied. As I started to get up, my mom reached out, grabbed my arm, and motioned for me to sit back down. "There's one more thing we need to tell you, Hunter," she said. After an awkward silence, Dad looked at me and said something totally unexpected. "We're moving." The three of us sat motionless for a couple minutes, sharing an awkward silence until finally Dad cleared his throat and said again, "Hunter, we're moving." Chapter 2. Moving? How can this be? We've lived in downtown Denver my whole life. Moving? Like down the street or across town? I quickly asked. I have never even traveled anywhere, never left Denver, ever. We're fortunate that our apartment lease is up at the end of this month, so we'll be free to move. We'll be going to a small town northwest of Denver called Pine Bluff. It's about 20 miles north of Craig, Dad explained. Huh? Who or what is Craig? Sounds more like a person's name, not a city. Northwest of Denver is nothing but open fields and mountains. I learned in my social studies class in school that not much is found in that part of Colorado, just a bunch of small towns, cattle ranchers, and wild animals, none of which interested this city boy. I liked...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?